Aloha, this is Momi. Alrighty, we are working on habit number 5 of Project 28, 28 Days of Life-Changing Habits, where we are working together to become the best version of ourselves. And what we are aiming to do is make positive changes a habit in just 28 days. And so what we are, hoping to do together is to start practicing these healthy, positive habits and start incorporating them into our day. And so we will do together 28 days. And then the aim is to continue to reflect on the habits that we've established. Now, if you don't have the workbook, then it's gonna be a little bit harder because you don't have the activity in front of you. It would help to have the workbook, but you don't have to. The workbook is for sale on Amazon, and the link is below in the video description. All right, let's dig in. Okay, so habit number 5 is see, feel, and trust. We're gonna read right here. Alrighty, so see your dreams, feel what it's like to hold your dreams in the palm of your hands, and trust that it is there for you. And you're going to take the 3 steps below. Okay, so step 1, here, you see the I, because step 1 is to see your dreams. Now, what you're going to do is write a dream that you have for yourself in the reward bubble below. So right here. Okay, so I am going to write down one of my dreams first. And actually, I'm going to write down 2 of my dreams. And then I'll explain them. Okay. Now, if you were with us in the first 4 habits, you know that it's hard to write like this, but I'm trying my best. Anyway, so number 1, see your dreams. Write your dream you have for yourself in the reward bubble below. I have 2 dreams. My first dream is to become an admin. And my second dream is to become an author. Now I need to tell you a story about being an admin. Okay, so I am 49 years old. But there are a lot of things that I have ambitions in a lot of different areas, and I have a very sort of busy life, and I have family that requires energy, and so while I'm 49, I believe that I've still accomplished a lot. I'm in education, and I am not in the classroom, but I support classroom teachers. So my dream was always to become an administrator. And then I left that behind a while ago, and I don't remember when that happened. And I think because when I had been accepted to an admin program, but I was going to have to take like at least a 20% pay cut, and I just couldn't do it. So even though I got into the program, I didn't actually start the program. And I sort of gave up because in order to become an admin in Hawaii, you have to be a part of the sizzle program. Now, I just gave it up. And so long story short, in about a month and a half, I will become an admin. So I'm going to be a vice principal of special education for a charter school. And I say that because years ago I've sort of given up on it. And this past year I had the privilege of being a part of a program that has been very successful, even though it's only been in existence for a year and a half. And it's very, very, very likely that it will only grow and improve and get better because of the great people who are part of it and who also want it for our students. It's a work-based learning program, or a transitions type program. And so anyway, that gave me the opportunity to apply for a position, which I'm very, very, very blessed and thankful for. And so seeing your dreams is just the very first step in making it happen. And remember I said, like, I let it go and I forgot about it for a little bit. but look at what happened. And so it's a matter of first seeing your dreams, feeling your dreams, and trusting that it's going to happen. And even sometimes when you let it go, look at what happens. My next dream has always been, and my two dreams I've always had them since I was 12. We would play school and I would remember, I'd always be the teacher, right? And then I always wanted to be a writer, and I'd write poems for like my grandpa's and grandma's birthdays or anniversaries, or I'd write prayers. And so I always wanted to be an author, but I've never, ever, ever felt good enough. And that's one thing I struggle with. That's why I like doing these activities, because it helps me as a person to overcome my struggles. So I always said I wanted to be an author, and I've written multiple books, but I still didn't feel comfortable with writing them. Number one, because I just don't feel like I'm the ultimate writer, but I do feel like I'm a good storyteller. I really love telling stories of overcoming obstacles, but really I've been an educator, and I've had just so many issues with the system, because although I love being an educator, I don't like that there's some things that we don't teach, which is why I created the workbooks that I have, because I feel like our students grow up in, they grow up into into adults, and they enter the workforce and they live their lives, and they're not equipped with just the emotional strength that they need to live this can be difficult life. So I am now an author of workbooks. I still have my Christian romance. I still have my memoir. And I believe that they are stories of struggle and strength. But I believe that where I'm at right now is where I'm supposed to be. I believe that I'm supposed to be doing this, and that I can build a community and I can help other people be stronger by doing what I'm doing. That was a long way of doing number one. Okay, number two, feel your dreams. So you're going to write down how you feel when you have your dreams, and then you're going to write that in the reward bubble below. And I'm just going to write, like, just for brevity's sake, right? Good, A for awesome, F for fantastic, right? I for incredible. Like, it just feels very at peace. It feels awesome, right? To just be able to feel that those dreams are in the palms of your hand, like it belongs to you. Okay, now 3, trust. Trust that it is there for you, your dreams. Write down in the reward bubble below how you feel knowing that your dreams belong to you. Special. Okay. Cared for, right? Cared for, right? Like there's a divine power, right? Looking out for me. Just protected, and I confident, because there is something in the universe, right? For me, it's God. And actually for me, it's God, Jesus, the Holy Spirit, the universe, right? It's all of those things, all looking out for me. And it feels really good. So that's what you need to do. You need to see your dreams. You need to feel them. And you need to trust that they are there for you, because that is your destiny. Now, you don't have to know how, right? And that's something that I totally struggle with. But you don't have to know how. Just see, just feel, and just trust. All right, so let's do the last and final activity on this page, which is, or let me read the question. How does it feel knowing that the first steps to living and having your best life is as simple as seeing your best life, as feeling your best life, and as trusting that your best life is yours? Okay, how does it feel knowing that the first step, right, is as simple as that? Okay, it's gratifying, right? It's gratifying because it's like, okay, I can do this, right? I got this, like it's mine, like I'm full of gratitude, right? It's just, okay, I got this, I'm good. It also feels like there's something greater, okay, greater than me. And I always remind myself that, let's just say, okay, I was left on this earth all by myself. Okay? All by myself. My husband not there. One female. Okay? I could not multiply the race, right? Like Adam and Eve, right? Like if there's no Adam, I cannot multiply the race no matter what I do. Eventually, the human race will end because I will be gone. I will die one day. Now, when I tell myself that, that reminds me that I am just one, although I'm important, I'm just one person and I am not the center of the universe. Okay? And then I go back to the first habit, which is to embrace my higher power, and I realize that there's something greater than me. And so that feels safe. And I think that's the first thing that we all need, right? Safe. We also need belonging, and that feels comforting, right? To belong means I'm comforted. Now, if you go through this activity, right, and you get to the very end, right here, period. Okay, although this isn't a period. I mean a sentence, but you get what I mean. You get to the end and you automatically cannot help but to feel good. You cannot help but, if you've done this activity correctly, you cannot help but feel positive. You cannot help but feel protected and safe and comforted that you belong. And that is what you need to do. And some of us are going to need to be reminded of this every day, right? Every single day. We might need to reflect and turn to this page number 5 or number 4 or number 3 or whatever, 22, every single day of our lives until we get so strong that this just becomes ingrained. I hope habit 5 and this video has helped you. Please leave a comment. If there's any epiphany you've had, if there's anything that just hit your heart and you want to share and you want to empower others, please leave that in the comments and I will do my best to get to you. Now, let's move on to habit number 6 in the next video. Aloha.